Peace. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chloe and today's video is going to be super exciting. Basically, this is going to be my part of the announcement for the Fright at the Movies Readathon, which is a readathon that I'm co-hosting, co-creating. So as I said, this is going to be my part of the announcement. There are going to be 4 videos, one from each of the hosts, and we will each be announcing our own prompts. We essentially have our own categories, and we will also be discussing a little bit, like we have a bit of information each to give. So I am basically just in charge of introducing you to the Readathon. If you don't know what Fright at the Movies is, it is a month-long horror movie slash Halloween spooky movie inspired readathon. So if you're not into horror movies, if you're not into reading horror books, that's completely fine because we have made sure that this readathon is accessible for everyone. So even if you just want to read romance, if you just want to read contemporary, that's fine. You don't have to read horror. You also don't have to be a horror movie fan, because there is a category that is specifically for people that don't like horror movies but still like Halloween movies. As I said, it is a month-long readathon. It will be starting on the 1st of October, running till the 31st of October. There's 4 categories and 4 prompts in each category, and you can basically pick and mix. You can choose to do whatever you want. You can do 1 prompt if you want. You can do all 16 if you really would like to. Within that, you can choose to, like, there's the approach of kind of just doing 1 category if that's what takes your fancy. You can also pick and mix from the different categories. So it's really a free-for-all. You're also allowed to bend the prompts. You can even just disregard the prompts and think of something else if you want. Basically, there's going to be a film for each prompt, and the book you choose for that prompt kind of just has to relate itself to the film. So you don't actually have to follow the prompts 100%. I haven't really told my co-host this, but I just thought, you know, the more the merrier, and if you need to bend the prompts, if you need to disregard them for some reason, then just go ahead and do it. The whole aim with this readathon is just to have a shit ton of fun. So do whatever you want with the prompts. I am now going to announce the prompts for my category. I have the honour of being the, I don't know what to call it, like the captain. It's not really a captain, is it? My readathon category is slasher. I chose this. I knew that this 100% had to be a category and that I had to be the person that was in charge of it, because slashers are my absolute favourite. Everyone should know what these films are, and we're just going to go ahead with it. We're going to start off with my absolute favourite. This is probably my favourite horror movie of all time, and it is Scream. The theme that I was going with this is the phone call. Obviously very, very famous, the whole phone calls going throughout Scream. So I decided to do a little bit of like a call a friend prompt, and basically the prompt for Scream is to read a recommendation. Or you could even ask your friend to just tell you to like pick one of the books that you've got. You can really work with this however you want. The next prompt in this category is for A Nightmare on Elm Street, which once again is a classic. Everyone knows Freddy Krueger. Like, he is just, you know, the dude that haunts your dreams. The theme with this prompt is basically that obviously the kids in A Nightmare on Elm Street have to stay awake, because if they fall asleep then Freddy Krueger will start trying to kill them. So for the sake of their lives, they try and stay awake. The idea with this prompt is basically that you are going to pick a book that you're really excited for and you think has potential to keep you awake into the night because you just want to keep reading it. The next prompt is going to be for Friday the 13th. This is going to play on 13 being like an unlucky number and Friday the 13th being known as like an unlucky day. We're going to switch it on its head, and we're going to go with a book that's chosen by fate. Hopefully you will get a book that you want to read. With this one, again, you can just work with the prompt however you want. My idea would basically be to gather some books that you want to read, some books that you don't want to read, and then do a poll. You could also do it as like numbering them and put it into a random number generator. You could also, if you really wanted to, you could put them all out on the floor and spin around or something in a circle, and then whichever one you point out, that's the one you read. And the final prompt in this category is for Halloween. For this prompt, I've decided to focus on one particular character, and that is Laurie Strode. I don't think I'm the only person that would say that Laurie Strode is one of the most kick-ass final girls in the history of horror films. I just think that she's pretty damn cool. For this prompt, we're going to ask you to pick a book which features a kick-ass female protagonist. Obviously, you can only go off of assumptions when it comes to this, so any book that you kind of assume is going to have a kick-ass female protagonist, so I hope that all made sense. I feel like I've repeated myself a lot of times. Well, make sure you head on over to my co-host's video to make sure that you get all the information. You do need to watch all of our videos in order to get the full picture of what's going on and to get every single prompt. I'm sure my co-host will also mention this, but I just wanted to add, if you're planning on participating, make sure that you tag all of us in any stories or any whatever you post, because we really want to see it. And that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you want to join in on the readathon. It will mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you in my next video.